In year 6, we all had big dreams of my friends wanted to be astronauts and scientists, but because Kirkby is such a small community, you don't see very many people achieving that, and so it's like the dreams are almost shut down.
Kirkby's a very, very special community. I think to have a full appreciation of the Kirkby community, it's probably important to look back a little bit. If we look at the late and mid-60s, people like my mum and dad came from the city centre, from Scotland Road in the north of the city, and settled in this, what was a new town at the time. Lots of the local economy historically based on branch plants, lots of people employed in those industries. And then sadly for me, during the early 80s and the recession, etc., lots of those people, including lots of my family, lost jobs. Lots of good people forced to move away for employment opportunities. And that had a big impact, I believe, on the education system. All Saints went into special measures in December 2014. Life was tough in the school then. It was tough for the kids, the parents, and particularly the staff of the school. A number of people would say to me, well, why would you take over the special measures school? Well, you know, the answer was really simple. I wanted to make a difference in a community that's quite special to me.
In Kirkby, unfortunately, there's not a lot of opportunities.
It was in the national press as the area that famously wasn't offering any A-level provision at all.
It tends to discourage people from wanting to go onto college and stuff.
And that really charmed with me, and I thought, well, what is the route for those pupils to aspire to? An area of deprivation like this maybe wasn't given maybe the funding it needed, wasn't given the support that it needed.
You know, we're all feeling the effects of the cost of living increases, etc., and particularly families in working class areas where there may not be lots of disposable income.
The reality is there may be decisions being made about whether we put food on the table or whether we heat the home. They're the decisions that maybe some of our parents and carers have to make. And it really makes me feel uncomfortable that, you know, those things are happening.
And I see that, you know, it does really affect our students, especially if there isn't stability at home. You know, coming to school and being at All Saints is their safe haven.
I've seen the school go from strength to strength every year. But if I go back to really the early stages, the word I would use is aspiration and potentially a lack of it.
Especially coming into All Saints, I've noticed like there's quite a bit of like, you know, I don't need the subject, miss, I don't need to do it.
So when we have conversations with them about being an architect or conversations about working in the public sector, there's still that little bit of a belief, well, maybe that's not for me, so maybe I can't do that.
Like my family were from a low income area, so I can relate. If someone like me can do it, I know these guys can too.
Pupils are starting to internalise those aspirations for themselves, along with the support from parents and carers at home.
There is bigger and better opportunities that are out there, and I feel like it's more readily available to young people through schools and through opportunities that were given to go further.
6 o'clock on a cold night in November, 4 Ofsted inspectors and the governors, the Archdiocese local authority, were actually in this room, and the judgment was delivered to us. Ofsted had given us goods in every single category. There was emotion in the room. There were people who'd given their career to the school who were in the room. There was lots of hugs and kisses and tears. And there was that realisation that, yeah, we're doing a really good job here at All Saints. And we're ready for the next step as well.
Nice and quickly, right, time to down.
Question number 3C, please.
I'd love to think in the UK in education there was absolute equality. I'd love to think there was a level playing field. It's not the case. And part of our job as educators, with the support of lots of organisations, business partnerships, teachfirst, etc., is really to make sure that we can give them opportunities. Because the children have only got one chance, and if we get it wrong, it affects their life chances. We're definitely getting more things right now. Children's life chances are improving in the community that we serve here in Kirkby.
Despite all the adversity that we do face as being a small community, the school itself, it's an environment where you were allowed to dream big. I'm proud of the friends that I've had in previous years that have gone on to do big things. They've gone to college, they're succeeding in what they want to do. All Saints, it's just, you know, pumping out people who are going to be successful in the future, and it makes me proud to know that I could be a part of that one day.